Okay, so let's talk about what the universe is composed of. So we live on the Earth, and then the Earth is part of our solar system. And our solar system has the planets Mercury, and then Venus, and then Earth, and then Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. And I know you're saying, but what about Pluto? Well, we'll talk about it later. But you need to know that our Earth, our planet, is part of a solar system. Okay, then our solar system is part of the Milky Way galaxy. So that a galaxy is going to be a collection of stars, and then each of those stars normally is going to have a solar system in orbit around it. So our galaxy is a spiral galaxy, and it is actually rotating. And so it makes one rotation about every 200 million years. Now, galaxies are then come in clusters. So there's what's known as the local group of galaxies that includes our galaxy, the Milky Way, and also the Andromeda galaxy. And then galaxy clusters are in turn in even larger groups called super clusters of galaxies. And then finally, those super clusters of galaxies you can think of as being in the cracks of bubbles. So the next time that you take a bubble bath and you agitate the water and you have all of these bubbles, well, then you might notice that some of the soap tends to get congregated in the cracks where the bubbles come together. So similarly, superclusters of galaxies are congregated where these massive bubbles in the universe come together. And these bubbles are going to be called cosmic voids. So the point is, planets are part of solar systems that are in orbit around a star. Stars are members of galaxies. Galaxies are members of clusters of galaxies. Clusters of galaxies are members of super clusters of galaxies. And then that is the overall structure of our universe. So just how big is the universe? So I would like for you to know what an astronomical unit is. 1 AU is 1 astronomical unit. And you can see there how big it is in terms of meters. So M stands for meters. A meter is about the same thing as a yard, a little bit bigger. And you can also see how big a astronomical unit is in comparison to a mile. So you would not need to know the number for the astronomical unit, but you should know that an astronomical unit is going to be the distance from the Earth to the Sun. So if I said on an exam, how far away is the Earth from the Sun, you would say 1 astronomical unit. Okay, just to give you an idea, Pluto is about 40 astronomical units away from the Sun. But the astronomical unit is really too small of a unit when we start talking about the distances to stars. So our closest star is called Alpha Centauri, and it is, in terms of astronomical units, about 10,000 astronomical units away. So we need to switch gears, and we need to talk about light years. So a light year is going to be abbreviated LY, and it's going to be the distance that light itself can travel in 1 year. So light travels at what speed? The speed of light. And so the speed of light is given by the letter C, and it is going to be equal to 3 times 10 to the 8th meters per second. So that's how fast light can travel. So that's going to be a 3, and then followed by 8 zeros. And it can cover that distance in meters per second. Okay? And so a light year is going to be a distance that light itself can travel in 1 year. And so there is the units for the light year, and also in terms of miles. So if you're interested in that kind of thing. Okay, and then how big is the universe? So this chart just gives it to you in terms of light years. So that, for example, the distance from the Earth to the Sun, we said, was 1 astronomical unit. Well, that's going to be 8 light minutes. So it would take light from the Sun 8 minutes to reach the Earth. And then we said that Pluto, for example, was 40 astronomical units. Well, that turns out to be about 5 light hours. So it takes about 5 hours from the light from the Sun to reach Pluto. And then we said that Alpha Centauri is approximately 4 light years. Our galaxy is 100,000 light years across. And so the distance from our star to the center of our galaxy is about 28,000 light years. Then Andromeda is located about 2.5 million light years from Earth. And then our closest galaxy cluster is 10 million light years away. And then our closest supercluster is about 107 million light years away. And then we estimate that the size of the universe could be 150 billion light years across. All right, let's take a break. And when we come back, we will talk about the planets in our solar system.